What's up, legends? As many of you know, over the last few months, I've been getting into collecting the One Piece TCG, and I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. As I've been watching through the anime and, getting to know these characters and appreciate these characters, I've really also enjoyed the cards and the art themselves. So I've been opening up some different packs, some booster boxes, and picking up a few singles here and there. But I wouldn't say that I have really had much of a collecting focus so far. And so now that I have gotten my feet wet, I actually feel like it's time to kind of buckle down and figure out what my collection goals and what my collection focus is going to be. And so I just wanted to share that with you, what that's going to be in this video, and share several of the cards that I've been picking up for my personal collection. So let's get right into it. Now, most of you know that I'm also a Pokemon card collector, and of course I collected when I was little back in the 90s, and I feel like there's certain habits in collecting that I feel like I've just developed since being that age. Collecting in binders, collecting raw singles, and of course, back then there probably was no such thing as collecting graded Pokemon cards or like sealed product. These are all things that I've almost kind of had to ease into for the Pokemon space. And so now that I'm kind of approaching a brand new TCG, I've just tried to think about, do I want to go about it the same way? And the truth is, I do know that there are people out there that literally just collect graded cards, whether it be for Pokemon or any other TCG. And I've decided that I actually kind of want to take that approach. I think I'm not actually going to do any binder sets, master sets. I probably will not even keep a lot of raw singles, unless it just doesn't make sense to grade it for whatever reason. So yeah, guys, ultimately it seems like I'm going to be taking a much more minimalistic approach to collecting One Piece, and of course going for more quality over quantity. And so I want to show you exactly what I'm looking at collecting so far. I guess I'm probably not at the point to where I have any specific collecting goals, but I do have a little bit of, I guess, a guide for what I'm looking out for. I mean, ultimately, I would say, just to boil it down, I'm collecting, the cards that I like the most, the characters that I like the most, in a Beckett slab, and mostly we're going to go after the 10s ideally, because I feel like that's actually a little more doable in One Piece than it is in Pokemon. Now, as I've also mentioned many times, my favorite character in the One Piece anime is Roronoa Zoro. And so I've thought about maybe just doing like an entire collection of graded Zoro cards. However, the truth is there are still certain other cards, especially like Luffy cards, that I've actually come to enjoy as well. So I don't want to limit myself at this point to just collecting Zoro, but definitely the majority of what I'm going to be collecting is going to be Zoro cards. And so you'll see a variety of stuff in here. But anyway, guys, I just want to show you a few things that I've picked up so far that I am intending to get graded, and then a few of the Beckett slabs that I picked up so far. Again, just going back to that, I personally collect Beckett slabs for Pokemon, and so I like that. So far, it seems like Beckett seems to be the grading company of choice for the most part for One Piece. Obviously, there are PSAs grading it, and other companies are too. But I like that Beckett is a lot more accepted in the One Piece community. So I will definitely be collecting that for One Piece as well. But anyway, guys, let me show you some of these cards. So we picked up this pre-release winner Zoro. So this came out recently with the pre-release tournaments they did for OP06, Zoro being one of the kind of featured characters in that set. So I kind of waited a little bit for the prices to come down, so I feel like I got a pretty decent deal on this one right here. Now, I am still kind of up in the air about whether or not this is a gradable copy. Maybe you can weigh on it in the comments below whether or not you think this one could get a 10. Yeah, I think I mean, the surface and the edges look great. It's mostly just the centering that I'm not sure of for this one. It looks a little bit left and bottom thin. In other words, top and right heavy. Another way you could say that. So yeah, you can see it's still in its wrapping there. So anyway, so that's one I do intend to get graded and you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll find a better deal of a slab out there. Like some of these cards I've actually seen for pretty great deals out there, just already graded. But anyway, guys, I just shown this one briefly, but this Monkey D. Luffy leader card is one that is special to me because it's probably my biggest hit so far, or it's at least my favorite hit so far that I actually pulled from my OP05 booster box not too long ago. I felt like it looks pretty solid to me. I feel like this one has a good chance at a 10, and yeah, either way, it's pretty sentimental for that reason. So as I just mentioned, you know, there are some other characters that I will be collecting, Luffy being one of them. Again, he's not my favorite character of all time. I know he's the main character. I'll be completely honest, you know, when I first started watching the anime, honestly, he was super annoying to me. Maybe it was just the voice of him, I'm not quite sure. But I've grown to kind of appreciate him more over time. And to be honest, I feel like they've probably also fleshed out his character a little bit better. By the second season, I feel like he's a little bit more likable than he was in those first few episodes, but maybe that's just me. But anyway, guys, next one up here, another character which actually I haven't even encountered in the anime, but I really liked these alt art leader cards that came out in the what were they, the Three Brothers deck box. So I do intend to get one of each of these of the leaders graded. So this is one that I pulled personally myself, the Sabo. To me, this was the only one that seemed gradable to me. I even tried to pick up some of the other ones. I did pull the Luffy, but that one wasn't gradable. I've since bought a Luffy and I bought an Ace, but neither of them quite look like they're gradable copies either. So we'll have to keep searching for that, but that's okay. I can take my time on that. But figure I'll go ahead and send that one in pretty soon. Next up, we got another Zoro card. What is this? The SEC from OP06. Definitely a really cool one. Yeah, so pretty much all of these like chase or semi-chase Zoro cards, I'm going to try to get as many of them graded as I can for the collection. You know, I wish I could just say that, oh yeah, my goal is to collect all the Zoro cards. But man, there are some pretty expensive Zoro cards out there. Of course, obviously, you got the manga rare, which, I don't know. I do hope I can maybe pick up one of those someday. Hopefully the price maybe comes down a little bit. But then there's also some like Japanese prize cards, I believe, that are quite expensive. So I don't know. I'm just not sure if that's going to be a realistic goal, but we're going to get as many of them as we can, though. That's the way I'm currently looking at it. So this was another really cool one. I think this one's just like a promo, if I'm not mistaken, or what is this one? I actually can't remember off the top of my head. I think this is a promo, but there's some pretty cool texturing going on this one. You can maybe see it there, that lighting. We have the super pre-release Luffy and Zoro. I don't know if I'll hold on to the Luffy one, but I'm definitely going to get it graded because this one looked really good. I think that one has a good shot at a 10. The Zoro, I'm not quite as sure about, so we'll see on this one if I'll end up sending it in. And even if I do, I may not get the 10, so that's the one I really want. All right, and yeah, I don't know if people are doing this, guys, but this was like a really, really cool artwork on this Don here. This is one of the alt art Dons from OP06. Yeah, I honestly like this artwork better than some of the main Zoro cards we just looked at. But you got Sanji on there as well. It does have a little bit of a hollow shine to it. I don't know, this I did find one with, I think, pretty good centering on it, so we're gonna send it in. I don't know if it'll be that desirable once we have it graded, but I'll enjoy it inside my collection. So yeah, guys, we don't have a ton here yet. You know, again, we're just getting started. I'm literally just kind of deciding and narrowing down exactly what I'm collecting. But anyway, I have actually picked up a few graded cards so far. So let me show you this one right here. This one I actually did grade myself and was pretty happy to get a 10 on one of my copies. I've got 9.5 on the other one, but this one is a pretty cool card featuring Gear 5 Luffy, and this is a promo card that was given out at the Bandai Card Games Fest from just this past year. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could say I'm somewhat speculating on this card. You know, it's definitely come down in value quite a bit, but I don't know. I just have a feeling this one could be desirable in the future. So I went ahead and graded this one. Thankfully we got a 10. So actually, before we move on, I do want to show you something here, and we'll set this off to the side. But I actually have these really cool cases that I use for my Beckett slabs. So these are great for displaying and also just holding your cards. And so they just pop in here like this. They make them for PSA and CGC as well, but these are the Beckett versions. They come in a variety of colors. So these are by Collect 3D. It's got these little pegs that swing out, and you can display your graded cards very nicely with them. So anyway, guys, I wanted to let you know about those because you can actually get 15% off if you decide to purchase these. Just use my link in the description below to take advantage of that deal there. All right, but we got just 2 more cards to show off today. Again, just a quick video today. Just wanted to show off a few cards and yeah, just kind of explain where I'm going moving forward. Hopefully you can follow my journey as I'm collecting One Piece. But next up, we do have another Zoro card. This one is a really unique one here. This one is actually a Chinese exclusive promo card. This was released to commemorate the Chinese New Year just recently. And yeah, there's some really cool texturing on this card here. When I saw this, I knew I had to pick this up. Yeah, it's not a very expensive card, but it's I don't know, I think it's a underrated one that I kind of wonder if enough people even know about yet. But I'm trying to see if I can show it in a certain light, because there's a little cool little firework pattern on there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's really sweet. So yeah, so far this card has only come out in mainland China, and there's also a Luffy version of this too. Kind of came in like a little red envelope. I believe it was given out in Chinese retail stores with purchase of One Piece products. But yeah, you can also pick this up on the secondary market. So happy to find this at a 10. This is one that I did purchase outright because I just felt like the price was dirt cheap. So anyway, guys, we got one more to show off here, and it's a pretty cool one here. Not a crazy expensive card raw, but what we have is actually my very first black label that I've ever added to my personal collection. The Zoro Juro in a black label. Again, I found a pretty solid deal on this that I just could not pass it up. It just seemed too cheap for a black label. And yeah, a pretty sweet artwork on this one as well. So thought that this would be a fun one to kind of end off the video here. But thanks guys so much for watching. I'd be curious to know how you guys collect One Piece. What's your strategy? What you're going after? Again, this is my strategy. I'm gonna just be going after quality, not quantity. We're just gonna be going after these Beckett slabs. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I'll probably do some more collection updates like this for my One Piece collection in the future. Thanks. Well, make sure you check out one of these videos for more One Piece content like this. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to support the channel. And lastly, I want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. God is with you, and He loves you, and we do too. I'll catch you next time.